Eileen.
Hello there.
How are we?
Very well, thank you. Lovely day we've had so far.
You had? It's
How
it's
about
not that
yourself?
lovely here.
No? Working and that sort of thing.
Oh, not really. I mean, it's been raining and cold and all this.
Been having a winter's day.
Yes. We are we're building our character here in Canberra.
Yes, of course. But then your meditation's always good.
Yeah, I don't know how I would survive the winters without meditation, to be honest. So we got an interesting topic today, honesty of seeking.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we should talk about what we mean by seeking. I mean, we have before, but
Yeah. I can only use an analogy from one of Shrimataji's speeches that we were using in a program here locally.
yeah.
Um, so we have this place called Wayfarer, as you might be aware,
Yes,
and
I
then we do the programs there. Um, so the the Shrimataji was talking about this lotus in a mud pond,
mm,
where it is not affected by the by all the happenings in the pond. Um,
the mud and bugs.
Correct. And then, but then there is this dissatisfaction. The lotus does grow, but everything is happening around it. It has this gravity on its own that it grows despite whatever is happening on the side. So that I think that is the sign of seeking. You could just jump in the pond and be like everyone else on the side, but then there is this dissatisfaction that makes you stick out a little bit. And then, what is the meaning of my life? Why am I having all these things? Is the point of life only um,
For the
earning
next
wealth?
meal.
Huh?
For the next meal.
For the next meal? Is the whole point of life to walk in the beach? Or what is it? Like, that
Yeah,
sort of thing. So
yeah.
then I think that's what for me, I'd call it seeking.
So then when you say honesty of seeking, I guess that means honesty to ourselves, in that are we really satisfied with just the fancy dinner we can go to every week?
Ah,
Um,
I see what you mean. So seeking could be like you're seeking to eat food or you seeking to
gratification
gain.
of some sort. Yeah,
Ah,
satisfaction.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I jumped straight into the sort of a spiritual angle, but you're right. It could be as simple as seeking for food.
Yeah. I mean, but the honesty part of it is that it doesn't really satisfy you. So
Yes.
that's why you have to seek for something else and seek for something else and seek for something else. And then ultimately you have to become a lotus and come out of that mud of all the fancy things that supposedly will make you happy, but don't really.
Even when you look at seeking as a bit more spiritual rather than just seeking food, seeking shelter,
Yeah.
seeking clothes, um, it is still, sometimes you're seeking different paths to unite yourself with the all-pervading self or energy. And sometimes this seeking becomes very professional. It's like you don't want to be. So for me, when I came to Sahaja Yoga, and I'm pretty sure yours is similar. You reach a state where you're like, yeah, this is it. I am able to feel the connection within myself, and I've reached my destination. But if you're one of those kind where you constantly that becomes itself a intellectual pursuit. So the honesty in that is that once you reach that, you stay and expand rather than keep looking at different things.
And then I suppose there is also a certain amount of understanding what it means when you find it. It doesn't
Mm.
mean that you have to be on it 24/7, so that
Yes.
you still can do other things as long as you get on it at least once a day, but for a moment of time. And that, I think that's a big realization to have, that you find it and some people go, oh yeah, it's really good, but I don't want to spend my whole life pursuing that and being on that. But actually just touching that for a brief moment is it. So you don't have to toss it up that it's all the
I
time.
see. Yeah, when you
Every moment of
that
waking life.
that happens a fair bit, when you talk about meditation to people, they somehow assume that you have to be
Yeah.
retired or go to the Himalayas or whatever. I see
Yeah.
what you mean. So
Or that
you can,
it's when I retire from life and I don't have my life to live, then I'll do that. Yeah.
I had this interesting conversation with a friend. I
But it
said,
actually gets melded into everything. And it
yes.
doesn't require a big amount of time and isolation from everyone. And you hear Srimataji say it in so many talks that you're a householder, you're still having your life and your family and everything. But I don't think we sometimes don't really get it. That you need to spend a little bit of time connecting with your higher self to be on that journey. As long as you do it daily, at least, then
Yeah,
you're on your way.
what you just said about higher self rings a bell. If you connect yourself to your higher self,
Yeah.
things that you have to do as a lower self somehow start to become a bit easy.
Oh, that's true.
Like, driving a car, it's got no spiritual thinking about it. But then sometimes those things also take over us, these little things.
Yeah.
But when you sort of, let's say you set yourself with the connection to the higher self in the morning, then all the things that you have to do become just matter of factly rather than, oh, I have to go catch a bus, goodness, the problems I have in my life kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, setting ourselves in the morning definitely works quite
Yeah,
well.
and then it's the point that we've had when we've just been discussing different levels of our existence. It's observing what's going on in your life instead of being absorbed in what's going on in your life. You're observing all these things you've got to do rather than having a big reaction to everything.
Observe and observe. Yes, that's true. Because that also rings a bell. When, let's say you're angry. I mean, I have not seen you angry, but let's say I'm angry. That's more common sight. Uh, so
It happens.
if you're in it, if you got absorbed into anger, you can't observe that you're angry. So you keep spreading your mess everywhere.
Yeah,
But if somehow we are able to remove ourselves, as you're saying, observe ourselves as a third person,
yeah,
which I think, I mean, a lot of people have written books about this sort of stuff. Be your third person and look at yourself. It's actually not possible unless you learn to meditate.
yeah.
Because theoretically, you can read a lot about these things. As they say, you can describe a banana, you can tell where the banana grows, you can tell people how it smells, but you have to eat the banana to know how it tastes.
And when we talk about being in the past, being emotional, or being in the future active, so you would imagine that if you're in the future active, you can observe yourself in the past, but you actually can't because you're on a train in that future.
Yes,
You can't actually observe yourself. So the only place you can observe yourself is when you're in the present, and you can't be in the present unless you're in your meditation.
fair enough. So should we listen to Shimata's speech and
Let's do that. Let's do that.
right.
I think we've got Prashant helping us tonight
Yeah,
to do our techo stuff. Best of luck, Prashant. You can do it. We have faith in you. So this is a talk from the 80s.
yeah.
Today, I will tell you about the Nabhi Chakra, which deals with this honesty of seeking. Nabhi Chakra is the center which controls or manifests outside in the growth as solar plexus. Nabhi Chakra has two sides. One is the left, another the right, and one in the center. So on the left hand side is the Gruha Lakshmi, on the right hand side is the Raja Lakshmi or Gaja Lakshmi, and in the center is the Lakshmi which ascends into Mahalakshmi. When the seeking starts, a human being first starts seeking food. Food is very important for all the animals. If they have no food, then they cannot exist. So the seeking starts with food. And when the shelter is sought, they try to find the water. So this center is made of water. And in this center resides the deity of Shri Vishnu or Narayana. And his power, as I told you, is Lakshmi and then Mahalakshmi. You will find out in Sahaja Yoga that when you start developing one power and then the other. Everyone who comes to Sahaja Yoga, if they are truthful and not involved with any wrong things, then definitely they are helped in Lakshmi Tattva, means their well-being is looked after. As Krishna has said, Yoga Kshema Vahamyaham. So he looks after the Kshema part of it. Everyone who has been to Sahaja Yoga has been helped miraculously also in the Lakshmi Tattva, that means materially. In so many ways they are helped that one has to just see for themselves how these miracles take place. An example is of a villager who had a small little holding of land, and he was living hand to mouth every day. When he came to me, after some time I found he would bring one garland, big garland for me every evening. And he was away in the village, every day he would attend my program. I was quite surprised that how could he afford it? And I asked him, how can you afford a garland for me every day? You shouldn't bring it, it's not proper. So he said, Mother, you know everything. I said, why? What happened? He said, I have a plot of land next to mine which we never used because it was absolutely a barren land. Little bit, not much big land, but a small land, piece of land. And after realization, I used to always go walk over it bare feet to plow this little piece of land that I have. After some time, when I was coming here after that, one gentleman came to see me and he said that this piece of land that you have is very precious. He said, what's the problem? He said that I have a tin of bricks and I have seen that even by chance, Sahaja, we mixed a little clay from this soil, from this part of the land that you have, and we found that our bricks have become so good and so strong that we would like to purchase this clay from you at the price of seers. And that's how we started getting money sufficient for him, and he became much better off. But in Sahaja Yoga, one has to remember you don't go to extremes in any principle. That is one thing people should know, that you don't go to extremes. You don't become extremely rich. I have seen those people who are extremely rich, when they come to Sahaja Yoga, they are a big headache, very big headache. If they are sick, if you cure them of their heart trouble, then they try to possess you. They will get all the heart patients, they will get all kinds of patients to you. You go on tolerating it, they try to possess you. They immediately start talking about their cures to everyone, they publish in papers, this thing, that thing. It's impossible. And they just try to overpower you. Without any appointment, they'll arrive and they would expect you to attend to them immediately. It's terrible. And then they'll send all the relations for cure. And you have to show all patients, all their friends, they become like agents. All their patients, all their relations, all their friends, they want to oblige them and spare no love, no affection, nothing for me. The Sahaja Yogis, if they try to say that no, you shouldn't like do like that and all that, they feel insulted. And they have tried curing much faster than anybody else does. They themselves are weak, they are sick people themselves, heart patients, this patient, that. But if you tell them, don't cure, they feel bad. If you don't tell them, they'll get sick and you'll have another problem. They never try to understand Sahaja Yoga in its big way. They just want to see it according to their own way of ego that they have accumulated with their money. And they never know how they go on hurting everyone by overpowering me all the time. It's very amazing. Whenever I've cured a rich man, I've been wanting to run away with that, from that person. I would never go to their house, I would not like to eat in their house. It's a very bad. So, too much of richness is also not good. Because it gives you a tremendous ego that you don't see yourself. And anybody tries to say anything, protect oneself, then such a person feels insulted or humiliated. Not only that, but they try to mold me and mold the whole thing according to their business ways, which is impossible. See, they have to gain money, they have another attitude because they earn money. I don't have to earn money or anything. If I am doing anything, I am really, in a way, I am obliging, isn't it? But they will force on me all their rules and regulations, everything, without having their own disciplines. So very rich people in Sahaja Yoga so far have been extremely troublesome, I should say, to me and to the whole organization. They are very narrow-minded. They cannot see the big vision that I have before me. Whatever little ideas they have about themselves or about their own thinking, reading, they will try to push on to Sahaja Yoga. It's not my experience once, but many a times. Then somehow or other, it so happens that they drop it. So too much richness gives you a tremendous ego, worse than even, I would say, a bulldog. It's impossible for a rich man to see that all these riches are outside him, they are not inside him. He has to be rich in heart to understand compassion. Compassion doesn't mean that you give alms to others or if you give money to others. It's not that. On the contrary, you just help beggars by doing that. Compassion is that works. Compassion is that flows. Compassion is that manifests. It is not in compassion where you can make it materialize it, all right, come along, I'll give you 100 rupees. On the contrary, giving somebody 100 rupees is the worst. I have tried this with some Sahaja Yogis who were with me. I tried to give them some money, sometimes they were very, very poor. They became horrid. Some of them started drinking, some of them took to some other ways, and they became sort of addicted to money. It was impossible. And they tried to spoil as many Sahajogis as they could. So such people, if they come, it's impossible to manage things. They are not Sahajogis because they are Asahaja. They are still sticking on to the idea that they have so much money, that they are so rich, and they can overpower everyone with money. Not me. I am sorry. But only thing I feel sorry for them, that they cannot get to God. There is no honesty of seeking in them. There is no honesty of seeking. The elite people whom I have addressed so many places like this, because some people whom I have cured wanted me to address the elite, so-called. I think they are elated to be what they are. They don't want to be in Sahaja Yoga. They are already eliminated, I sometimes feel. Thousands of them I have addressed, I have wasted my time with them. They are good for nothing, absolutely empty. They are very happy because they have few cars or some houses or something like that. I too have all these things. I would say so-called riches I have always seen from my father's side and from my husband's side. But I don't understand what is there to be proud of this emptiness. But human beings are such. An empty vessel makes a big sound. In the same way, an empty rich man makes a very big sound. Not that the very poor are also good, because those who are extremely poor are busy with their food problems. They have little problems and their values are still have to come up to a point. It's only in the middle you can work out Sahaja Yoga better. Those who are extremely rich and proud cannot come to Sahaja Yoga easily. Those who are very poor also cannot come to Sahaja Yoga. But when this middle part of the river is enriched and starts flowing well, it splits on the sides and then it can engulf. But you cannot start it the other way around. I have tried both ways, and I have told you what happened. Whom I gave money, whom I tried to help through giving money, became wayward, useless, frivolous people, got lost to Sahaja Yoga, and those whom I thought were moneyed and satisfied people had another role to play, is to possess me all the time, to use me all the time whenever they wanted, for whatever purpose they wanted to use me. And they must know, you cannot possess me. You cannot possess me. But this kind of an ignorance still in their minds is that they can possess God, they can possess everyone. For such people, there are no reasons to come to Sahaja Yoga, to be very frank. And even if they come to Sahaja Yoga, they have to know that for Mother, richness of heart, understanding of Sahaja Yoga, humility, non-possessiveness are very important. In this ascent of yours, money is not important at all. Even if you are poor or rich, you get your realization. For example, I went to Maharashtra. Most of them are, I would say, very poor people, in the sense that they are not middle class at all. They are not educated. They are sometimes factory workers, or they have small holdings, not very rich. But they are very good surgeons, excellent surgeons. They have such beautiful eyes and such beautiful feeling and such compassion that Lakshmi Tattva is absolutely balanced in them. You know that Lakshmi is shown to be a lady. And lady, who is a mother? Mother doesn't care whether you are rich or poor. If her one son is rich and another is poor, she'll pay more attention to the poor and ask the rich to give his money to the poor also. She is not bothered. If somebody is in need, she will be the first to help the person who needs. Now, this is a spiritual thing in the spiritual life. The person who is a real seeker, who is a truthful seeker, the mother will go out of the way to be with that person, and those who are not honest about it, mother will try somehow or other cut them short.
Hello, I'm back. That was nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so we can go through the realization process.
Yeah, let's do that.
Prashant, if you can bring the slide with the realization steps. Thank you. So let's all put our hands on the lap with palms facing upwards. And for a moment, let's take our attention inside. Let's take our attention to the heart on the left side, where our spirit resides. And let's continue to take deep breaths. We'll follow through these 9 steps, which we call the steps for achieving our self-realization. So if you have done this before, you can do it again anyway. So with our left hand on the lap, let's put our right hand on our heart. You can ask yourself a question. Am I a pure spirit? One of the descriptions of the spirit is that it is not attached to any identity. So it exists on its own in its purity and strength. So that is the spirit that we mean when we say, am I a pure spirit? Now we bring our hand a little bit below the heart on the rib cage on the left side. Here we ask ourselves another question. Am I my own master? Am I my own master? We take our right hand a little bit below where our leg meets our stomach. And here, in all sincerity, we ask the motherly energy within us. Mother, please give me pure knowledge, the knowledge of the roots. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Bring this hand back to the rib cage on the left side. Now, once we receive this pure knowledge, if we had asked for the pure knowledge in all sincerity, it is granted to us. And when it is granted to us, we do become our own master. Mother, I am my own master. Mother, I am my own master. And bring our right hand to the heart. Here we affirm, Mother, I am the pure spirit. The spirit that is separate from this body and mind. The spirit that exists in its own dignity. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Now we place our right hand on the left side of the neck, shown in step number 6. We move our head towards our right shoulder. Now, as I said, the spirit is unattached. It is not also attached to its guilt. So we say, Mother, I am not guilty. Mother, I am not guilty. Now repeat this a few times in your heart. Guilt weighs us down and doesn't let our kundalini to reach the top of the subtle system. So in all sincerity and humility, we say, Mother, I am not guilty. We place our right palm on the forehead, bend forward a bit. And with your thumb, press the right side of your temple. And with the rest of your fingers, press the left side of your temple. Push your hand back towards your temple. And here you say, I forgive everybody and I forgive myself. Now, while saying this affirmation, we don't need to think about any particular situation, person. We just forgive ourselves and everyone unconditionally. Mother, I forgive myself and everyone else. We place the center of the right palm at the back of the head. And we make a cup and rest our head in that cup. And here we ask for forgiveness. Mother, please forgive me for all the mistakes I may have committed in the past. Mother, please forgive me. Now we place our palm on top of the head, press it down a bit. You can give a slight massage going from the front, right, back and left in the clockwise direction. and pressing the palm onto the top of the head. While you do this, you ask, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please let my spirit, my individual spirit, unite with the all-pervading spirit. Mother, please establish my self-realization. We place our right hand back on the lap. Just for a moment, quietly observe how you're feeling on the palms of your hands and also on top of the head. And more importantly, you can assess if your thoughts have subsided. We will sit quietly for a couple of minutes and then Lynn will take us through the next part.
So just observing what we're feeling, the stillness, a little breeze in the palm of our hands, the silence of our mind. Let's just try and strengthen that a little bit. We'll drop our right hand down towards the earth. So using the elements of nature, we'll ask Mother to please absorb anything from my past, any emotions that are keeping me away from the present moment. And just keep focusing at the top of your head, in your heart, and on the palm of your hand that's still on your lap. And let the earth, Mother Earth, absorb anything from our left side of the past. Any impure desires, and let's bring that right hand back on our lap open. And we'll bend the left one so that our palm is facing behind us. And here we're going to ask Mother, please absorb any heat from my actions during the day, any habits of overthinking and planning. Into the atmosphere. You might feel that right hand on your lap cooling down a little bit. And we can bring that left hand back onto our lap. Both the palms are open. And just do a few raising of the energy from the base of the spine with our right hand in the little cup form through the center of our body up to the top of our head. Do that a couple more times. So it's starting from the base of the spine, up through the central channel, up to the top of our head. And once more. Just raise the hand and see if you can feel that gentle flow. Might be a bit of heat coming out, it might have all come out and now be cool. And then bringing that hand down, both hands back on your lap. We can just ask a little prayer in our heart to our Mother. Mother, please awaken the quality of innocence within me. Please strengthen my meditation by awakening the innocence within me. We can ask Mother to please remove any anger or greed within me and awaken my qualities of innocence, my quality of generosity and satisfaction. We can go up to the area of the heart. Please remove any fear from my heart and awaken the quality of fearlessness and bravery within my heart. And give me the quality of forgiveness. I forgive. The forehead. And then up to the top of our head. Let me be part and parcel of the divine. Let me feel that silence of the connection between my spirit and that all-pervading spirit. We'll just try to dwell here for a while, and maybe we can have a bit of music. Feel your attention wanders at any time, just use that hand cupped in front of you. Take your attention, Kundalini, back up to the top of your head. Prashant, if you can play a bit of music for us. go through the exercise of using our hands to raise our Kundalini and to spread those vibrations over ourselves. That daily exercise we all do. So we're using our hands. We'll keep the left hand in front of us. The right hand will wind over it. We'll do this 3 times, once for each of our channels. So the right hand's winding over the left hand's raising up. We look up and tie a knot. So it's keeping one part of our attention up. Second time, 2 knots. And third time, 3 knots. And then now we were feeling before how we were feeling. Just see you're feeling more coolness in the center of your palms. So we're going to use those vibrations they are. You're feeling that little flow in the center of your hands. And we're going to spread that over us as a kind of protection, invigorating ourselves. So the palm of the hand is going over one side, down the other side, and then back again. And that's once. We'll do that 7, 1 for each of our energy centers called chakras. This is a little exercise we can do every day for our meditation, before and after, at least before. Could be 7. It's about 7. And well, thank you all for your lovely vibrations, for the nice meditation. Unless anyone has any really questions coming in their mind, probably got 2 minutes to spare. Otherwise, we'll see you again next week, hopefully. We might have the girls on next week, which will be nice. Thanks, Carol. Thank you. Thank you, Vara. Thank you, Prashant. Excellent technical work. So we'll say good night to you all. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. See you next time.